Adobe Acrobat Studio, so brand new. Show me all the things PDFs can do. Do your work with ease and speed. PDF Spaces is all you need. Do hours of research in an instant with key insights from an AI assistant. Pick a template with a click. Now your Prezzo looks super slick. Close that deal? Yeah, you won. Do that, doing that, did that, done. Now you can do that with Acrobat. Now you can do that with the all-new Acrobat. It's time to do your best work with the all-new Adobe Acrobat Studio.
Put down that smartphone and listen to me. I'm Matthew Milligan, professional musician and lifelong Weird Al fan. Each week, I'm joined by professional podcaster and close personal friend Matt Kelly to take a dive off the deep end into the vast career of pop culture icon Weird Al Yankovic on our show, Weird Algorithm. Along with some very special guests from the worlds of music and comedy, we tackle every song, every television appearance, and every bit of sketch comedy Al has produced in chronological order, covering the good old days of My Bologna and Eat It, the fun zone of tacky and white and nerdy, and everything in between. As we go, we're ranking the songs, albums, and music videos in the hopes of creating the ultimate guide to a career bigger than the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. So the next time you're having one of those days, stuck in a traffic jam, wondering why does this always happen to me, just kick off your sneakers and stick around for a while because we've got it all on Weird Algorithm, available wherever you get your podcasts. And now you know. Was that enough references?
Are you a fan of young adult novels?
Have you ever wondered the stories behind the people who wrote your favorite young adult novels?
Then join author Eric J. Brown
And Alyssa Lube of Netflix's The Circle.
every other Tuesday on YAOK.
Available on all podcasting apps.
Woo!
Dylan.
Hey, Matt.
I know. This is the rough one.
Yeah.
All the Christmas energy has hit. This was a weird year, I think, for
Do we start
both of
out
us.
each time doing that? I feel like
We do.
I feel like the past few years we have been like, this was a weird year. And I think I kind of brought it up to Teddy, and we talked about it on a previous episode, one that I don't think is out yet. But
yeah, one of the new pieces of content.
yeah, one of the new pieces of content of like, I said to Teddy, I think Christmas is so weird for me now because I'm constantly trying to capture what Christmas used to be.
Yeah, and you can't.
And you can't.
That's a fool's errand.
Exactly.
Mine was just like, I feel like this was simultaneously the fastest and slowest Christmas season I've ever experienced. Like, it felt like Thanksgiving hit and like we were just like, every weekend Barb, me and the kids had shit to do.
Yeah.
So like those weeks flew by. And I think I said something to you where I'm like, man, I feel like I didn't get to do as much Christmas stuff as I did, even though I'm aware I watched 117 Christmas movies and specials this year.
Yeah.
Like I had plenty of time to consume the media, and I went to all of the events and parties, so I don't really know why it felt like I didn't do enough. I have a sneaking suspicion that it may have been about the mouse that was in my home just consuming my thoughts for like a month and a half. So like,
I think
even when
you
I was
and I
watching,
both had some like outer
Distractions.
things going on that was distracting us from living the season, which was, it's really unfortunate, but I think you and I both also took advantage of the times that we were feeling it.
100%. It was just a lot of the movies were on, but I wasn't as invested of a participant as I normally am, where like there was not this is shocking, Dylan. There was not one night where I had peppermint tea the entire month of December, which is not normal for me. I'm like peppermint 4 or 5 nights a week, and I think it was just that I was in such a cleaning the house like a crazy person mode all season.
Well, what's nice, and this didn't hit me until like a few years ago, as somebody who would try to squeeze in every Halloween movie before Halloween hit.
You can watch it whenever.
Exactly. So like that's my kind of follow-up is I'm like, you know what, Matt? Get yourself some peppermint tea tonight and enjoy yourself some December 27th peppermint tea, because that's okay to do. That's all right to do. And I was go ahead.
What also hurt was that we ended up having to throw our toaster broke. So like to me, I'm like, well, I don't want a cup of tea if I don't have some toast to go with my tea.
Oh,
so
no.
like I was just in like a non-tea making mood most of the
Well, you know
holiday
what?
season.
Go get yourself a toaster.
We got one yesterday.
Hell yeah.
Don't jump ahead on my story. But Dylan, obviously for you and I, we're Christmas 365 days out of the year. But
yeah, 100%.
You know, I would say that the season started for me it was like November 1st. It was like the slow roll, right?
Yep.
Like I set up the decorations. We were still a little bit in the Halloween season, so we had like a weekend of like Christmas horror and just got all the Christmas horror out of the way that like first 3 days of November. And then it was like a lot of prep for the live stream, watching a lot of Rankin and Bass specials that I'm never going to watch again.
Never again will I watch 90% of those.
Life and Adventures of Santa Claus, though, that's
gonna be a yearly watch, and it was when I was a kid. I just hadn't watched it in a long time, so
that's
I'm very
in the rotation,
excited.
baby.
Heck yeah.
But
so good.
But like, you know, watching something like that, there was a lot of like, let me throw on those Netflix rom-coms that are great background noise, but I'm not like like that was my November. Was like, here's shit I like but don't love. Was like November. And then, you know, Thanksgiving comes, have a great Thanksgiving weekend, and you know, when the big guy is coming down New York Boulevard or whatever the fuck at the end of the Macy's Day Parade, I was like, it's here now, baby. Like the time for waiting is gone. We are full steam ahead into the Christmas season, and I'm giving this whole build up to say that Barb and I did something new this year, which was that we had a Christmas kickoff party the Saturday after Thanksgiving. And that was our first and last time hosting a kid-friendly event in our house. Because, I don't think her and I are kid party hosts. Like, it's just like, it's so loud. There's so much energy. You're like trying to mingle with friends while also keeping like an exhausted 8-year-old who just wants to go to bed, but there's 10 kids playing in his bedroom.
Yeah.
Like it's like, okay, we tried that and we've learned that is not like, that world doesn't mesh for us. But the party was still a blast. We did like a gift exchange. Well, we called it a re-gift exchange.
Yes.
We told no one to buy anything new. Just take something that you have been meaning to get rid of inside of your house, wrap it, and bring it to our home and gift it to somebody else. And that was a huge hit. You know, people were rocking their ugly sweaters. You and Teddy were originally going to come up, and then I think you had Christmas photos that day that just kind of
it kind of ran into with my sister and her busy life. It's hard to like schedule when we can all get together and do our we do Christmas photos every year. And that was literally like the opposite direction of you. So it was like heading over here to do this. And then, like, it was going to take me, like, 3 hours to get to you after that morning across
And you
the
also
bridge.
would have been miserable with the loud screaming.
I think
just
so.
stomping around
I
the
think
house.
so.
It was a lot. It was a lot to deal with, but it was good times for sure.
Good.
I'm trying to think, though. I don't think we really had many other Christmas events like that. You know, Barb took the kids to Rose Tree Park. We were supposed to do that as a whole family, and then like huge temperature drop and like snowstorm later, and I was like, how about we not do it tonight and you just take them Wednesday when you're picking them up from school and I'll stay with Peter. So I did see the photos from that. It looked lovely, but we did. I don't know how your stuff works, but we had basically 4 gift days in total. So we had the kids' gift exchange day where Barb's friends all came over and they gave Barb's kids their Christmas gifts, and the kids gave Barb's friends their Christmas gifts that they got at Secret Santa Workshop or whatever.
Yeah.
And that, we hung out, we watched some Christmas classics, we put on, we watched a bunch of the Community Christmas episodes, we put on Spirited at one point. Like, it was a good night. And then the following weekend, when we didn't have the kids, there was a second present exchange that was just Barb's friends and us exchanging gifts to each other, and we watched like Just Friends, the Always Sunny Christmas special the night before, like the more like not kid friendly movies during that. And then we had Christmas Eve was at Barb's parents' house, or Barb's brother's house. And then Christmas Day was with my family, but we didn't have the boys. So today, we're recording this the Saturday after Christmas. Today, we're taking the kids to my parents' house, and they'll get their gifts from my siblings and
That's
all
rad.
of that good
so
jazz.
your Christmas keeps on going, man.
Yeah, we got one more round yesterday because we didn't have the kids on Christmas. We woke up Christmas morning, took it easy, took it slow, deposited all that Christmas cash into the bank.
Yes, sir.
Took all the Christmas gift cards we received, and we drove down to the mall and did some adult Christmas shopping.
Ooh.
Hitting up like the Bed Bath and Body Works, hitting up the Barnes and Noble, hitting up the Target to get a toaster. Like, there's a lot of good times happening.
Heck yeah, man.
But Dylan, I want to know about your, like, how many days of exchanging gifts. And I don't mean just like you bumped into a friend and did like a quick exchange, but like when it was like an event, like a get-together event.
So I'm just gonna back up a little bit and talk a little bit about my Christmas season leading up. Definitely not as exciting, honestly, and I've been kind of candid about this on the podcast, going through some stuff, just like my own self, like, I feel like a lot of us suffer with depression and anxiety, and what's important is you get that stuff taken care of. And so I'm going through some medication changes and stuff like that have kind of thrown a wrench into my season just a little bit. But, trying to stay positive. I know that, like, things are better for me than others. And so I keep that into perspective and things like that. So Thanksgiving was a weird time. Teddy and I went and kind of celebrated it separately because we weren't throwing Thanksgiving at our house. We're going to return to that next year, but with the way like money's tight, we just couldn't really afford to host everyone at our house and prepare food and everything. And things just got really busy. So I went with my parents and she kind of went with her parents that day. And so Thanksgiving was nice. And then the following day, or the following Saturday, you had hosted your party, and that's when we went to get pictures with Santa and do some Christmas shopping. And then, kind of like you said, the rest of the season kind of just flew by. And I think to put that, like, what was really keeping us into that weird world was the fact that we only had 15 work days between Thanksgiving and Christmas, like Christmas break. So it was like, whoa, we got 3 weeks. So everything was just kind of boom, 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 like just busy.
Yeah.
With that. And then throwing even in there, dude, we got like multiple snow days before Christmas even
that's
happened.
rare.
It's very weird, very rare.
I mean, I support it because I don't want that shit come January. But...
Oh, yeah. I'm done now. Like, I'm like, all right, December 27th. Ready to get spring. Like,
yeah, we got I went to get Starbucks before we recorded. My car was just ice from like front to back ice. And I was like, all right, well then.
Yep, that's life. So kind of skipping over most of December because I kind of did what you did. I was watching Christmas movies that were more in the background than anything while I did other stuff, while I worked on stuff for school and everything else.
Did you, like me, save the really big ones for, like, the 5-day lead up? Like, I know that I put my, like, all-time favorites on like a lock.
I used to. This year was very different. This year, we
You're
kind
watching
of
Silent Night, Deadly Night on like
on
Christmas
Christmas
Eve, and
Eve,
shit.
dude. Like we went with, so leading up to the week of Christmas, I'm gonna talk about like before December 19th, which was the day we went on break. Leading up to that, we had kind of picked movies that we hadn't seen, even if it was like a new movie or an old movie. Mostly it was new stuff, though. Even stuff that you had been like, this is all right. But I really wanted to watch stuff that we hadn't seen yet. And we've seen all of the good ones. Like if a good Christmas movie comes out, we're watching it. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we're not going to skip it. So I wanted to check out some of the stuff. We watched Merry Little Xmas. We watched whatever the hell the
Jingle Bell Heist.
Jingle Bell Heist. That's what it was. Jingle Bell Heist. We watched Oh, What Fun. None of them were like standouts, but I really enjoyed that time of us sitting down and watching something new, something that we hadn't really seen before.
I made myself rewatch a lot of the Netflix ones that I had watched maybe 3 years ago when they first came out and didn't go back to.
Yeah.
Like Love Hard. I was like, oh, we should do an episode on Love Hard.
So I watched. So are you?
Yeah.
Do you watch Big Joel's movie videos on YouTube? Big Joel, he's like a documentary, and he did like a long video on Boy in the Striped Pajamas and all the problematic stuff behind that actual book and movie. Highly recommend checking out his stuff. But he did a video on Christmas Netflix slop, but he even talked about like it wasn't just like the Hallmark type stuff. He talked about kind of everything that was like hitting Netflix around Christmas time, and he talked about that one, and he ended up actually liking that one. So I was like, oh, I should check this movie out. We didn't end up watching that one, but I definitely will check it out. And
maybe
then
we'll do that in this new year. Maybe we'll do that in 2026. I think that's a fun, like, we got nothing to watch in the spring pick, because we're not like emotionally tied to it. So like, let's go for it.
I'm for it. So December 19th hits, and honestly, the day of Christmas break is my favorite day of school. Like, I love the day that we're all going on Christmas break. Everything's laid back. We're just showing movies. We're just like, everybody's just kind of hanging out. They got the holiday shop going. There's like hot chocolate going around the hallway. Like, it's a fun day. What's up?
Don't you usually also put in a call with the big man around that time?
I do usually put in a call with the big man. The past 2 years, the big man hasn't really been showing up a lot. We've had
He's busy by December 19th.
We've got some admin changes and whatnot, which the big man's not unhappy about. He's fine. He's good. He's got other stuff going on. So things just didn't. But I'm hoping next year the big man can make a return.
All right, I hope so too, because I love that you have that direct line. I think that also helps with your Christmas magic.
I think
is being
so,
able
too.
to chat with the big man one-on-one and make
so,
something
too.
special happen for the kids.
So that Saturday we ended up. So that was Friday, and then Friday night we went to see Cinderella at being performed at the Garfield Center, where you had come to see Addams Family.
Yep.
Saturday we ended up hanging around town, and my dad, who also has a direct line to the big man. His big man looks a little different than mine. That sounds like we're talking about penises.
Well, I know what I'm not editing out of this episode.
Right? I figured that. That's definitely staying in the final cut of this episode. Talking about mine and my dad's big man. Oh, Jesus. Hey, my dad plays Santa sometimes, and so do I. That's what we're talking about.
I was about to double down and be like, I've seen your dad's big man, and it's very impressive.
Well, I'm going to tell a story a little bit later, and I was like, if we don't just talk about what this actually means, it's going to sound really even weirder.
Yeah, that's fair. Yes, your dad has been playing Santa, and he's a fantastic Santa.
Oh, he looks fantastic, dude. He looks so good. So Saturday night we went over to a friend of mine's owns like a tree lot, but he kind of changes the tree lot up for each season. Like he sells a lot of woodworking stuff out of there and stuff like that. Sets up a little like light maze for the kids and everything. So we went over there. My sister sang a few songs. My dad played Santa. We took Newt, hung out around there, and that was a good time. Just cold.
Yeah.
Sunday we spent it this was the 21st. Sunday, we basically went out Christmas shopping, man. Because like I had said, like the season was just super busy of us just like trying to survive. And then also like just getting work done and getting ready for the holiday besides the shopping portion. So Sunday we went out shopping. And then Monday I went out solo shopping because I needed to get a few things for Teddy. And then like the most of the time it was just kind of chill, just hanging around the house, getting things ready to go, getting the house clean, even though nobody comes here. But it's like, yeah, we want to keep it kind of organized and whatnot.
Santa's got to have a good pathway to the tree. And
completely have destroyed it since then. The house looks a complete mess. As soon as I get off of here, that's what I'm working on, is cleaning up. And then, like, to answer your question, one day of gift exchange, man.
Yeah,
honestly, one day we get it all kind of out of the way in one day. Yeah, we don't really. It's mostly family stuff. It's mostly family stuff. Because you got to remember, man, we live in the boonies. I mean, around here, we're like, we're kind of removed from civilization, you know?
I will never forget driving to your house for the first time and you saying it's not the one with all the crab cages outside of it.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
And like, it's true, like literally, not that anyone's going to geolocate you, but like, you don't even live on a street that I recognize as a street. Like, It looks like it's the entrance into a gas station, and then there just happens to be like 4 houses behind it.
Yep.
Like it's very. You are very much off the grid.
Yeah, and technically we're in town compared to like a lot of the people around us. So
like I said, you're by a gas station for starters.
Yeah, exactly. We're right by a gas station.
This episode is brought to you by Espolón Tequila. Slow, sticky, snoozy. They call these the dog days of summer. But Espolón? They don't do boring. Welcome to the Marg Days. Espolón Tequila. 100% blue Weber agave, born to shake up your summer. Just add lime, agave, and a little attitude. Visit EspolónTequila.com. Espolón Tequila, 40% alcohol, volume 80 proof. Copyright 2025 Campari America, New York, New York. Drink responsibly.
Put down that smartphone and listen to me. I'm Matthew Milligan, professional musician and lifelong Weird Al fan. Each week, I'm joined by professional podcaster and close personal friend Matt Kelly to take a dive off the deep end into the vast career of pop culture icon Weird Al Yankovic on our show, Weird Algorithm. Along with some very special guests from the worlds of music and comedy, we tackle every song, every television appearance, and every bit of sketch comedy Al has produced in chronological order, covering the good old days of My Bologna and Eat It, the fun zone of tacky and white and nerdy, and everything in between. As we go, we're ranking the songs, albums, and music videos in the hopes of creating the ultimate guide to a career bigger than the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. So the next time you're having one of those days, stuck in a traffic jam, wondering why does this always happen to me, just kick off your sneakers and stick around for a while because we've got it all on Weird Algorithm, available wherever you get your podcasts. And now you know. Was that enough references?
Are you a fan of young adult novels?
Have you ever wondered the stories behind the people who wrote your favorite young adult novels?
Then join author Eric J. Brown
And Alyssa Lube of Netflix's The Circle.
every other Tuesday on YAOK.
Available on all podcasting apps.
Woo!
Hey, Nicole, do you have any favorite memories of the first season of Nevermind the Music?
I do. I love the time that we realized that I have perfect pitch.
You mean when we realized you don't have perfect pitch?
I don't know, dude. I'd love to see you prove me wrong.
I've got a piano right there.
This is the second season of Nevermind the Music.
Where one psychologist finds out she's really good at music.
And one songwriter finds out he's really good at cognitive biases.
This season, we talk music and the mind, one iconic song at a time.
From the key changes in Metallica
to the neurotransmitters in Mariah.
And can we finally talk about Taylor?
They're just going to have to listen to Nevermind the Music.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
But yeah, it's kind of everybody kind of does their own thing because a lot of people are far away from one another, and that's perfectly fine. So our Christmas was busy, dude, super busy. I like to set up shop around the tree. the night before. I like sleeping out in the living room by the lights and whatnot. It just gets me in the mood, in the spirit.
I think when we don't have the kids, which is 15 years from now, but whenever that is, I think Barb and I in our like 40s and 50s will start sleeping on the couch by the tree.
Yeah, man.
Because I love that. Every time you say that, I'm like, I want to do that. And now I can't do that because, it's going to ruin the magic for the kids.
You don't want Santa to trip over you.
Exactly. The air mattress, there's only so much space.
Yeah, exactly. So I set up the air mattress in a way, and I like draw out signs and whatnot. I'm like, walk around me. Like just
That's you actually have little feet prints that you put for him.
Yeah. If you wake me up, it's no big deal. Just I'll go
pop
back
a
to
cookie
sleep.
in my mouth, give me a sip of milk, and I'll go back to sleep.
Exactly. So yeah, I woke up around 7:30-ish. Exchanged gifts between Teddy and I, and then we headed to my parents' house, who they live with my grandmother now, and went over there, did breakfast with them, ended up leaving there, going to her parents' house, and then when we were done there, ended up back at my parents' house because my dad likes to do, I think I bring this up every year, he likes to hold on to a present until the evening. And we were originally going to just go in the morning, but when we got out of there, I was like, let's just go. We've got the time. So we ended up going, and all in all, we had been out of the house from 8 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. is when we got home, and just like I was exhausted, Teddy was exhausted, Newt's like falling asleep in the back of the car. Like, I mean, he's done for the day because he traveled with us everywhere, and overall, like, it's just been it was a busy day, but it was a really good day. Like, even though it was busy, it was still, I would still consider it a low-key day because it wasn't like things were crazy. We were just opening gifts and then hanging out on the couch, man.
I think this was my favorite Christmas.
Yeah?
In a while.
Good.
So, Christmas Eve, I'm at church pretty much the whole time.
Yeah.
We have 4 services.
Oh, and it looked gorgeous, man.
Yeah, there was a 10 a.m. kids service. There was a 12 p.m. Afternoon, like, traditional service. Then I had a break from 1 to 6. So I came home, Barb and I watched some TV, and then we picked up the kids and took them to her brother's house for his annual Christmas Eve party around 4. I left at 6. We had the contemporary service at 7 and the candlelight service at 9. So I got home about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and I was, like, amped at that point.
Yeah.
So, like, falling asleep was tough. It sucked because I didn't get to be Santa. I think I'm going to try to see if someone can handle the candlelight services in the future so I can assist on, like,
so you guys
being
don't
Santa.
do like a midnight service? I know that
We used to.
Okay.
We used to, and it was too much. It was too,
Yeah.
because there's essentially like 5 staff people that need to be there for every service, and I think we all just agreed that, like, getting to the church at 9 a.m. and ostensibly being there until 1 in the morning, and then still having to, like, do Christmas with our family in the morning was just, it was brutal.
I get that.
So,
I totally get
so
that.
we were like, you know what? It gets dark at like 4. So, like, what is the difference between a 9 p.m. candlelight service and a midnight candlelight
one,
service?
yeah.
Really? Like, so I'm thankful for that change at least. But, I was antsy. I couldn't really fall asleep right away. I think I fell asleep around 11:30, 12.
Yeah, I didn't go to bed till 1 a.m. on Christmas Eve. Yeah,
I woke up to a nightmare at like 4:30 and could not fall back asleep at that point. So I just like listened to podcasts until I waited for Barb to wake up. And then we got the kid. We told them that they are not to come downstairs until Barb gets them. So we brought them down around 6:30, and they opened up their gifts. Her parents came over, and I made breakfast for everybody. She took them to her ex-husband's house, and then we got ready for Christmas at my parents' house for a little bit. But my favorite moment, the thing I'm going to remember forever from this Christmas, is that Barb got the kids a Switch 2 and got them the new Mario Kart game.
Yeah, baby.
But we didn't have the kids for Christmas night. And Christmas night, our tradition has always been that we watch It's a Wonderful Life. So I brought in the second TV that I've had just sitting in the basement, and we had It's a Wonderful Life on one TV and the Switch plugged into the other TV, and we just played
Matt Kelly,
every track.
Welcome to my and Teddy's life, my friend. We
it's
will
great.
sit there, be playing games, and I'll have my laptop, and we'll be watching something.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
that's
listen.
just,
back in the day when I gave a shit about WWF wrestling, I had to have 2 TVs in my room.
Yep.
Because I could not dedicate 3 hours to watching Monday Night Raw to see one good match.
Yeah.
So it was like I had Raw on the one TV, and then I'd be playing video games or watching movies on the other one, like waiting for something noteworthy to happen on Raw. Let's do one last thing, Dylan. And that one last thing I want is like top gifts. What was like your top gift of this year?
My top. So can we do like? I want to talk about something that I gave.
Yes, because you gave the best. I think we should end on the gift that you gave.
Okay,
we'll do back and forth gifts we received, and then I will because your gift. I have nothing that can match the gift that you gave this year.
My favorite gift, honestly, it was pretty much everything I got from Teddy. Her theme this year was cozy Christmas, as you can see.
You are wrapped in the coziest.
I know. I have the super cozy robe that I got. She also got me a jacket that she's been looking to get me for years. She's been trying to find a jacket that gave Santa vibes that I could wear all year long. And so what she ended up getting me was a dark red corduroy jacket with fur lining around the neck. And I was like, this is amazing, because I wanted those, like, I don't know how else to describe it other than like sexy Santa, like like a Santa that's not like something that I can wear whenever it's cold and not look goofy, you know?
No, that's fair.
And I think that she definitely nailed it. Other stuff I got, again, there's nothing like that was like a top, like that's amazing, but I'm really happy with everything that I received this year. My parents had given me, my 2 favorite things from them was the 4K release of Dogma, because I never thought I was going to see that physically released. I mean, Kevin Smith even said, unless somebody buys it from Weinstein, we were never going to see that again. And a Game Boy Lego. So like yesterday was an awesome day. Yesterday was probably my favorite day of the season so far. We just sat there and watched Dogma, and we were both working on Lego sets that we got. And I was like, this is awesome.
That so
this
much.
is amazing.
I love that.
But tell me about yours. What was yours like?
I got 2 big ones. Barb got me an ornament that I did post online that is a Kermit the Frog sitting on a log with a banjo really cool. that his mouth articulates, and he sings the first verse and the chorus of Rainbow Connection. So fucking love that.
Yeah.
And her middle child, Jacob, got me a #1 dad mug from the Santa's Secret Workshop. So, I mean, obviously that was very, very sweet too.
Yeah.
Those were my top 2.
Heck
but
yeah.
Dylan, I think if anybody won Christmas this year, it was you. And I think you need to wrap up this episode by telling us about a specific gift you got for a very important person in your life.
And I was I've been very candid about it. I was texting you about this. I was struggling this Christmas for multiple reasons. And one of them was financially. I think everybody's kind of struggling with money, with funds this year. And constantly everybody's telling me it's not about the gifts. It's not about the gifts. It's not about. I know. We know it's not about the gifts. But when you have that person in your life who is my dad, who, when I was a kid, constantly made sure that Christmas was incredible. I mean, like, if you wanted it, you got it. That's like, he made sure everyone was taken care of.
Yeah.
And he's the guy that's like, well, what do you want? He's like, nothing. Like, I don't want anything. I don't need anything. I just want you guys to be happy. And I know that's typical dad stuff, but it was true. It was very true. Yeah. He was Santa. Like I know that he'll play Santa now, but he was like, that's that's like just his energy. He just wants to see other people happy. So I was trying to figure out, like, what do I get everyone? And then it finally dawned on me that he has kind of taken up that mantle of playing Santa this year. So my sister sent me a picture, a candid shot of him playing Santa and just sitting there smiling as he's sitting outside of the tree farm that he was working that night. And I was like, oh, I've got a picture of me playing Santa at school. So what I did is I went out and I bought a frame that has just 2 slots in it. And I put a picture of my dad on the left side and a picture of me on the right side, and just a little tiny short handwritten note that said, "Thank you for showing me that I never had to stop believing. I love you, Dad."
It's so pretty. I cried when you sent me the picture and I read. I've never even met your dad, which is crazy because you're one of my best friends and we do a podcast together. Yeah. But I literally, I gasped. I cried a little, and then I had to show it to Barb. I was like, this is the best, low-cost but high emotion gift I've ever seen. And it's so on point for you. It's so on brand for you. Yeah. I love that so much. That's what the season's about, dude.
It really
it's about
is.
Those moments.
It really is. And it's going to be last year, it was fun doing the pictures with my sister and stuff and presenting that to everyone. But this year, being able to give that to my dad and just seeing, it's funny because I'm like, I got him. I got them all to cry. They're all crying. They're all showing the emotion.
Year. That's my goal every year. I want to give so good that they tear up.
Yep. Everybody in my family, my grandmother, my mom, my sister, my dad, they're all just sitting there tearing up, and I'm like, oh God, I nailed it. They're all, because none of them are as emotional as I am. They look at me and they're like, "What's wrong with you? Get it together. You're fine."
No, see, that I relate to.
So to see this happen, I was like, yeah, got him. How's it feel to be emotional, to be in touch with your emotions?
Yeah, it feels great.
Feels great, doesn't it?
Dylan, I got to tell you that this year coming up, 2026, we've recorded the first 2 months worth of episodes, basically.
Yes, sir.
They're all new things that dropped in 2025. Mm-hmm. And you know me, I've been working like a maniac around the clock on there is no break for Matt Kelly when it comes to podcast. No, I don't.
No.
Been mapping out ideas.
Heck yeah.
I think we can say right now we don't have it yet, so I can't give a URL, but we're going to launch a Patreon.
Yes, sir.
And it's not going to be like the flashiest Patreon. I don't think that we have the bandwidth to do a ton of bonus episodes or anything like that, but you'll get early episodes and you'll get the video, the unedited video. You'll see all of my tech issues in its glory.
Yeah.
When we get the Patreon up.
Oh, but God, that means I got to start getting dressed for real for these.
Somewhat. But the big
I think this is appropriate. I think
it's
this
great.
Is fun. Yeah.
I think the big thing that's exciting.
Yeah.
Is that when you sign up in March, we're going to have it launched by March.
Yes.
In the month of March, I will make a post where people can post all of the topics and movies and albums that they want us to cover. Mm-hmm. And once a month, there will be a poll of 4 options for people to vote on for episodes for us to cover.
I love it.
Now, obviously, no offense to all of you lovely people. I'm sure you've got great taste.
Yeah.
This is going to be for 7 of the 12 months. When we get to October, October through December is pretty locked in by what Dylan and I want to talk about Christmas horror wise and the nostalgic classics. But I will put a poll in November of next year to help determine which new pieces of content we have to cover.
Yeah.
For the January, February stuff. So we'll have our personal ones, but if there's one that a bunch of you have commented we need to know your thoughts on Violent Night 2 or whatever, we'll be all right, the fans have really voiced their desire for this one. So stay tuned for that. We'll be announcing it in February is when I plan to launch it. So when we do our Valentine's Day episode, we'll have everything ready. And I I love what we've got planned. I've looked at our map of like anniversaries coming up. I've written down a bunch of random ideas, and I'm stoked. I'm excited for this.
And I hope, like, again, we say this every year. Thank you for everyone who has tuned in. Thank you for anyone new who has joined us for the Christmas season. We do this every week, guys. Our Christmas season never ends. So every Monday, there's a new episode of Christmas 365 coming out. And I gotta say, even when we're talking about something we're not super excited about, I think our energy and our connection really flows through those. And I hope that we bring up everyone's spirit at least
100%.
Once a week, man. So thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for listening this season. I hope you guys stick around as we move towards the new year. I hope everybody has a wonderful not only Christmas, but New Year's. Everybody be safe. And I genuinely cannot wait to hear from everybody in 2026. I love you, Matt.
Love you, Christmas. Buddy. Merry fucking Christmas.
Whoa, oh, whoa, oh, now we won't stop till the big ball drops on New Year's. Have a happy holiday. Have a great, great, great holiday. Have a merry, 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 merry happy holiday.
Put down that smartphone and listen to me. I'm Matthew Milligan, professional musician and lifelong Weird Al fan. Each week, I'm joined by professional podcaster and close personal friend Matt Kelly to take a dive off the deep end into the vast career of pop culture icon Weird Al Yankovic on our show, Weird Algorithm. Along with some very special guests from the worlds of music and comedy, we tackle every song, every television appearance, and every bit of sketch comedy Al has produced in chronological order, covering the good old days of My Bologna and Eat It, the fun zone of tacky and white and nerdy, and everything in between. As we go, we're ranking the songs, albums, and music videos in the hopes of creating the ultimate guide to a career bigger than the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. So the next time you're having one of those days, stuck in a traffic jam, wondering why does this always happen to me, just kick off your sneakers and stick around for a while because we've got it all on Weird Algorithm, available wherever you get your podcasts. And now you know. Was that enough references?
Are you a fan of young adult novels?
Have you ever wondered the stories behind the people who wrote your favorite young adult novels?
Then join author Eric J. Brown
And Alyssa Lube of Netflix's The Circle.
every other Tuesday on YAOK.
Available on all podcasting apps.
Woo!
You're listening to the Geekscape Network.